Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me on another episode of George's Miniature Cars, a squeaky chair production. I'll try and sit as still as possible so my chair doesn't squeak. I'm sure you've heard the squeaking in a few other videos, but let's get on with the show here. So I have to show you this one first because it's the 25th anniversary collector edition. Now, the package isn't in the best shape because I've had it ever since new and it's been kicking around from place to place that I've moved. But it's a cool piece to have. Now it comes with a silver anniversary car included. Now there's a Ford collector's edition. I believe there might have been like a Ferrari collection. I'm not sure. But this is the Chevrolet 5-pack. And now we get a chrome version of a car that would have been raced in the Trans Am series, a Camaro. And it's not one of the better castings they did back then. It's copyright 82, I believe. And then we have a custom Corvette convertible, which, again, back then, they had some castings that weren't really all that accurate, but I guess it's cool enough. And then we got the 63 Corvette, split window. That's a casting that's been around a long time. Used to have a metal chassis, and it was part of the High Rikers line before, and it continued on after this in many editions. And a 57 Chevy, which first appeared in 77, which I believe was the last year they used redline tires on vehicles. And it wasn't the original red lines, but it was the standard wheels with just the red line stripe. And it had a metal chassis at one point, and then a metal engine sticking through the hood. Then they went to plastic chassis, and then sometimes they had a plastic engine, sometimes they had no engine at all. And the Chevy Blazer, an older casting that's kind of cool. The doors do open on it, so that's neat. So I'll show you the back of the package, because now it's telling you about the Hot Wheels line and some Hot Wheels fun facts. So that's kind of cool there. And of course there was a Tomart price guide, and I bought one a long time ago just so I could see the prices, just so I could try to figure out if I was paying decent prices for the older Hot Wheels. And there's that. Of course, this is copyright 1993. Now, because these cars were already in production, they could put the copyright on for the year it came out. Here's another 93 copyright 5-pack. And so there's the Corvette there, so they issued it in this 5-pack. And it looks much better in yellow. Then we got a Chevy Lumina, or this might have been the Monte Carlo stock car. And then we have a Camaro. Now they would issue it in another 5-pack later. And this one didn't have an interior, and usually had black windows or a very dark tinted window. There's another version of the 57 Chevy. And then another Corvette, which again isn't one of the better castings. And it's still being issued today. A lot of times it's got a plastic body with a metal chassis. This particular one is all metal. And so I kept that one sealed because it's a cool piece to have as well. And as you can see, 25 years ago, it was $10. And it's funny that it's cheaper now in Walmart. But a lot of other stores sell them for around 10 bucks today. And then if you watch Colin's Diecast 164 Customs, you would have seen this one. And this is copyright 1995. So here's another version of that Camaro. And this is very nicely done, very beautiful color. Very nice paint job, and it looks much better with those wheels than those, in my opinion. And of course, you get the 67 Camaro, one of my favorites, Hot Wheels that they make. So this is a reissue of the first Camaro that Hot Wheels made. The Camaro is considered the first Hot Wheels to come out. That's the red line version. Now this is, see, it's copyright 82. So they reissued the casting, although altered. And it appeared a couple times in the 80s, and then in 91 as the California Custom, and then it was issued many times after that. And the current one in the new edition is, well, it's got plastic chassis and the hood doesn't open anymore, but it is a continuation of this model. And then of course we got another version of the Camaro here, and you can see actually through the wheel wells there, through the back windows. So nice enough casting. They did redo this model, and it's a much better looking die cast, but this is still cool. Metal chassis. And here's another third gen Camaro. These are very nice, metal chassis on them. This is copyright 83. And then another casting. This is copyright 96, I believe. Yep. And so this is the fourth gen Camaro. Windshield's a little laid back too far, and the casting is about same styling as those two. So nice enough, I guess. And then we got another 5-pack, and another copyright 95. So here's another Camaro here. Then we have the Mustang Convertible, metal chassis, opening hood. And there's another Corvette that was in the 25th anniversary pack. A Oldsmobile 442, which was actually issued as a treasure hunt at one point, and it was actually the least popular treasure hunt for some reason. Well, the casting isn't the best, right? So I guess maybe that had an effect on it. But overall, nice enough. And there's a Warner copyright on it, because this casting first came out as a car represented in, I want to say, Demolition Man, or maybe Demolition Man was Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think Sylvester Stallone, and so he drove this car. Demolition Man, I think that was a futuristic movie, so they showed some GM concept cars as futuristic cars in that movie too. So there's that one, and then of course you got the Cobra. Now this always had a metal chassis. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a Facebook notification. So anyways, this one came with a plastic chassis, but it did continue on years after with the metal chassis as well. So this is a nice enough little die cast here. Still has the opening hood, which is nice. And so we'll go to this last 5-pack, which is a Hot Wheels themed 5-pack. And now all of the 95 copyright packages have the same pictures on the back. It's copyright there. Now, of the 3 95 issue 5-packs, this is the only one that had this cool collector tip on it. So in 95, the original version of the Beach Bomb was worth up to $200, so that's pretty cool. So this one I like a lot. and it stayed in really nice shape. A little bit of damage, but not bad. So this is the Chevy Lumina stock car. Then we got an Indy car, and then the Soul Air 4XC or something like that. And it's cool enough casting. The hatch opens backwards. And then we got a dragster, which isn't really that great of a casting either, but I guess it goes with that era when scale accuracy wasn't terribly important. And then of course we got a beautiful Firebird funny car, which they did issue as a final run at one point. So there you have 5 vintage 5-packs. So I hope you enjoy these. Of course, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these. And of course, as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.